But we didn't want to stop there because we wanted to go really big on graphics as well. So the iMac Pro is going to use AMD's Radeon Vega graphics. This is their brand new. Cool. So that is the new iMac Pro. Now the first thing you'll notice, it features the same great design as our 27-inch iMac, but it's in this seriously badass space gray finish. And with that stunning color and gorgeous 5K display, this is without a doubt the most beautiful iMac we've ever made. But it's also going to be, by far, the most powerful iMac we've ever made. In fact, this will be the most powerful Mac we've ever made. Because and they came up with this really efficient dual centrifugal fan solution, which generates significantly more airflow than a traditional iMac. In fact, the iMac Pro has a greater than 80% are going to put workstation class performance into our incredible 5K iMac design. Now, to do that, the team had to completely rethink the thermal architecture and increase in cooling capacity. So that means we can deliver unbelievable performance while still maintaining the quiet operation you'd expect from an iMac. So let's talk about what's inside, and I want to start with the CPU because we wanted to go really big here. So the iMac Pro is going to ship with an 8-core Xeon processor. But it's also going to ship with a 10-core Xeon processor. And then we thought, you know, we've gone this far, let's get really nutty. So we're going to offer it with up to 18 cores. That is a ton of new workstation-class graphics architecture. It features a completely new GPU core and high-bandwidth on-package memory. It's going to be available with up to 16 teraflops of single-precision compute power. That's 3 times more than the best GPU in a Mac Pro. But it actually gets even better, because this Radeon Vega GPU can also gigabytes of VRAM and over 400 gigabytes per second of memory bandwidth. And we aren't going to use an entry-level configuration here, because our implementation is going to offer up to 11 teraflops of single-precision compute power. That's 3 times more than the best GPU in a Mac Pro. But it actually gets even better, because this Radeon Vega GPU can also do half-precision compute. So that means the iMac Pro can deliver up to 22 teraflops of half-precision computation. This is a really big deal for things like machine learning development. So the iMac Pro, as you can see, is going to be a monster when it comes to graphics, but we didn't want to stop there either. So we're going to let you configure it with up to 128 gigabytes of ECC memory. That's twice what you can do in a standard 27-inch iMac. And up to 4 terabytes of 3 gigabyte per second SSD. Now, the iMac Pro is also going to have a full complement of high-performance I/O, including 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports, and for the first time ever in any Mac, built-in 10 gigabit Ethernet. And with all that cutting-edge I/O, you can do some pretty amazing things. Like you can hook up 2 5K displays and 2 high-performance RAID arrays. No iMac before could ever do that. And when you combine that with the internal display, that means the iMac Pro can drive up to 44 million pixels. There's so much more we don't even have time to get into. Things like a 1080p FaceTime camera, a user-configurable VESA mount option, 2 times wider AVX instructions, and even a UHS-2 SD card slot. So with all these high-performance technologies and our incredible 5K display, this iMac Pro is going to be an awesome workstation for things like real-time 3D rendering, high frame rate immersive VR, machine learning development, and with all those cores and all that memory, super fast code compiling. Now, speaking of workstations, we wanted to compare the starting configuration of the iMac Pro to what's on the market. And so if you were to go out and build a comparably spec system today, it obviously doesn't run Mac OS. Well, this is the starting configuration of the iMac Pro, and we're going to price it at just $49.99. So that's a sneak peek at the iMac Pro. It packs workstation-class performance into our incredible 27-inch iMac design with its gorgeous 5K display. And it is going to be